So indoctrination done the right way, this is kind of a framework that you can follow, but repetition definitely helps as long as it's good content, good information. Multimodality, so make sure your information is spread across, multiple forms of media. So it's a you everywhere now kind of thing. And deliberately demonstrate and reinforce your persuasion theme. So by having a theme, it's kind of like what you stand for and what your identity and beliefs are based on. And so you're going to attract more people that are kind of like that. So for mine, for instance, is work smarter, not harder. And you can sense and feel that throughout this presentation. And then showing a demonstration of the ability, like results trump everything. You got to show them how you've been able to get results using whatever it is that you're teaching. Demonstrate that empathy and relatability for your tribe. Make fun of yourself. Show your mistakes. Go through that empathy exercise. Show them that you understand them. Share stories that relate to this new belief structure you're trying to get them to believe in. Use metaphors to explain the concepts that they need to believe, because metaphors are a simple way to anchor the filters that they're going to need for later. Show associations with your tribe, that builds authority, and demonstrate an alignment of your values and beliefs that are congruent to theirs, and then show them a new way. So you're going to tap into the existing belief and then move them to a new one. So this whole concept of what your audience believes and values, it really matters. The final decision for your audience, it's up to them, but the burden of proof is on you. If you want to prove your point, then you have to start with something that they already believe in and or value. Before writing any ad or sales pitch or doing your video or whatever it might be, you want to first determine what your audience is thinking at their core belief level, their values. I'll show you in a second how to do that. And then the common value is step number one for you being able to write your advertising or do your video script or whatever piece of content you're putting it out there. And that's going to connect with them viscerally, right at the gut level, emotionally, if you can do that. And then you can shift their point of view to what you want them to believe, to prove your pitch, to prove your new thing, your new value innovation. So to do that, you start from their currently held belief position, not yours. It could be similar, but you got to think where they're at. Usually if you're teaching somebody something new, they're probably somewhere behind you. So go to where they are, do that empathy exercise, understand their belief position at that point in time, and tap into that belief position there to move them forward. And their beliefs and values are often how they identify themselves with their tribe, and they form their own identity from it. So there's logical levels to move a person's beliefs. We are humans. We don't like to change. It's just not something we like. It's based on our caveman style brain that thinks it's keeping us safe. Change is something new and it could be dangerous. We love to resist change. We think it keeps us safe. It's just that ancient component of our brain doing it. But we have to overcome that. In order to do that, you have to step them through the levels of belief to that new belief point. All right, so start there. This whole concept of that beliefs are tied directly to our emotions, very, very much true. Our emotions are sunk into our body. It makes us feel something. And when we feel something, whether it's positive or negative, fear or happiness, it's going to compel us to do something. And a lot of times it compels us to make change, if the emotion is strong enough. So I like to use the Dan Kennedy 7 emotional triggers of he calls it manipulation, because he says, basically people won't move unless you force them to. So take a look at the belief points that you're trying to get them from and to, and then scan that and compare it to this table to decide, which are the predominant, 2 or 3 emotions that are tied directly to those belief points. And so if you can do that and couple the belief system that you're trying to move them to with the emotions that they may be feeling based on the empathy exercise, then you'll be able to write, video scripts, ads, marketing, whatever, that speak to these things.